Lucius Malfoy's walking cane and wand, Hagrid's umbrella/wand. Which one's better? Which one's more concealed? Which one's more user-friendly? We're going to start out with Lucius Malfoy's walking cane and his wand. The walking cane itself stands in at a staggering 41.5 inches, but add that wand to it, 46.25 inches. And the last thing for Lucius Malfoy's wand is it comes in at 18 inches long, making this one of the longest wands that Noble Collection sells. You're going to be walking around with one of the most fantastic canes that you can ever walk around with. Just think about walking around with this thing in style, knowing people are impressed, people are looking at it, people are shaking their heads. But then you have Lucius Malfoy's wand. This wand is long. This wand is heavy. Whack someone in the head with it, they're going to wind up in the hospital. If anything else, they're not going to get back up. This one is heavy and it is impressive. Take a look at the eyes of this wand to match Slytherin, the fangs coming out of that snake, and just the bumps and details right here. The handle of this snake wand is all metal. It is heavy. If I were to hit myself in the head, guarantee I'd knock myself out. This one does come apart in pieces. Let me take it apart. So the snake head comes off. These things come off. The little gears on there come off. The whole thing comes off. The only part of this one that doesn't come apart is this. So I guess if you really didn't want the handle for some reason, like you know who, see, that part didn't make sense in the movies because this does not snap off. If you were to snap this off, you would break the wand entirely and deem it useless. But I would imagine if you didn't want to use that handle, I guess it's not actually part of the wand, so you could still perform magic with it. So that's kind of nice that it comes apart, and it comes apart in 3 pieces right here. Now putting it back together, you just put one sprocket on, you put the other sprocket on, and you screw the head back on. Just like that, the wand is back together. The only flaw that this one has is it gets scratched up. It gets dinged really easy. When I first purchased the wand, not so much now, but when I first purchased it, every time I took it out of the cane, it would scratch, and I'd have to go touch it up. Even when I was using the cane, if you nick it on the wall, if you just barely hit something with it, you're going to have to go touch it up. So that is a big downfall to this cane, but maybe that was sort of a production kind of flaw right there. Maybe the paint wasn't quite dry. Maybe it was still fresh paint that was trying to cure. I don't know. All I know is it doesn't really scratch up a lot because I've been taking this wand in and out of the cane quite often. Quite a lot recently, and I don't see any scratches. The one thing they could have done different with this cane is put some sort of felt right here around it or inside of it. That way you don't scratch up the wand taking it in and out. I know what you're thinking right now. Well, how does the wand not fall out of the cane? It's a wand and it's gonna fall out. Well, it doesn't. So let me show you this right here. The wand has a couple of washers right there that just barely fit into that cane. So it grabs it really good so that your wand doesn't accidentally fall out of your cane. Lucius Malfoy's wand is actually an heirloom that's been in the family for a while. So this is not a wand that he went down to Ollivander's and the wand chose him. It's basically a hand-me-down wand, and it's a wand that would demand respect and demand presence for the Malfoy name. And now to Hagrid's wand. Hagrid's wand measures in at 31 inches, making it the biggest wand in Noble Collection and Harry Potter. This wand is massive. Although folklore says his wand is 16 inches. So I don't know what happened in the development of this wand to make it 31 inches when it is said to be 16 inches. I can't quite get my hand on that one right there. But if you look at the inside of the wand, so let's start off with the handle. The handle goes from here to here. Let's measure this handle right here in front of you. This handle from the bottom to the very start of the neck, 6 3/4 inches. You got to think, Hagrid is a half giant, so having a massive handle for the wand is a must. But then you kind of creep up and you can kind of see where the umbrella becomes part of an umbrella. And when you come to the top, we've got the tip of the wand, and it is coated with something similar like Lucius Malfoy's walking stick. Lucius Malfoy's walking stick also has a bottom. The reason why Hagrid's wand has the bottom is because he walks around with it and kind of uses it almost as a cane. I don't know why nobody questions the fact, hey Hagrid, why do you always walk around with a pink umbrella? Nobody really questions what he does. So this wand is... I have 2 of these wands. This is one of my favorite wands. I also have 2 of the Lucius Malfoy's wand. But the Hagrid pink umbrella, something about having Hagrid's pink umbrella is bar none. And now that Robbie Coltrane has passed, having 2 of his wands, one that I can handle and one that I can put up to display or keep in a box, it's amazing. But when you're comparing Hagrid's wand with Lucius Malfoy's wand, yes, Lucius Malfoy's wand was and is an heirloom, although I say was because it's no more. But Hagrid's wand, there's a huge story behind Hagrid's wand. When he was in the 3rd year, he got expelled from Hogwarts Witchcraft and Wizardry, and his wand was snapped. The reason for the umbrella is he probably just picked a random umbrella, stuck his broken wand in the umbrella, kind of tried to repair it the best he could, and he walks around and does magic with it. I choose to believe Hagrid and Dumbledore had this tremendous relationship, full of trust. Dumbledore trusted Hagrid with his life, and Hagrid would not let anybody talk ill of Dumbledore at all in his presence. So at the time, Dumbledore had the Elder Wand. So with their relationship, their trust, their respect for each other, it just makes sense. The Elder Wand is the only thing in the world that can repair a broken wand. It just makes sense that Dumbledore said, "Fixie mixie," and fixed the wand and said, "Shh." Because Hagrid can perform magic with this wand. He speeds up the boats. He starts a fire. Yes, I know. He did try to turn Dudley into a pig and only gave him a curly-coo tail. But, you know, he just kind of chopped that up to, well, I guess he's pretty much a pig. Wasn't much else I could do. But it's hard to compare because Lucius Malfoy's wand, with the weight, the prestige, the respect that it yields, it's one of the best wands in Harry Potter. But Hagrid's pink umbrella, I mean, come on. It's a pink umbrella with a 31-inch wand inside of it. I mean, you can't get much better than that. Just imagine walking around with this wand. I mean, Hagrid didn't do that, but just imagine having this wand. And if somebody says something about it, well, you know, I gotta protect myself from the sun and the rain and the weather. What do you expect me to do? Just because I'm a giant? The winner of Lucius Malfoy versus Hagrid. Lucius Malfoy's wand was legal, whereas Hagrid's wand was technically illegal if it was repaired, and it was illegal if it wasn't repaired, but he was still using it. So either way, Hagrid's wand is illegal. Lucius Malfoy's wand is just such elegant style and prestige. But I cannot pick a winner between these two, so I need you to drop a comment down below and let me know who the winner is.